Now, while social media is a platform to keep in touch with friends, create new connections, and even learn a thing or two from scrolling through the content, the platform can have a number of negative effects.
That's right. And in this week's Wellbeing, sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Natalie speaks to Dr. Marie Schaff-Gallagher about what children.
We know that kids are learning, they're little sponges. They're just soaking everything as they develop. And particularly with social media, some of the things where we run into trouble is when we are looking at things like problem solving, creativity, self-regulation, critical thinking skills. Those skills develop all the way through like our mid-20s. And social media really impacts the consequences of not having those skills and having a much wider reach. You know, if we say something inappropriate in a group of friends, we make a mistake, oops, but we learn from it. But when you say something inappropriate online, that can stick with you for a very long time, can have much wider reaching consequences. And social media, what we're finding is it's actually limiting kids' ability to learn how to self-regulate, like manage their own emotions. We all, for those of us who didn't grow up with social media, we've experienced boredom, and we've had to figure out and be creative on how to work around that and how to fill that time. And so we're seeing differences in those who have grown up with social media and those who haven't in these what we call executive functioning or like higher order thinking skills, which take the longest to develop. But again, it's changing that development trajectory potentially. With my review of the research that we have and the expert opinions that we have, there are more negatives to social media than there are positives, particularly during development.
What should we be telling these kids when it comes to social media?
We have to model appropriate behavior for our children and adolescents. When we are sitting and scrolling on our phones for hours, they're seeing that that's what you're supposed to do. So we need to learn how to set our phones down. We need to learn how to manage our own boredom. We need to talk out loud about how we're managing the things we're managing. So for example, when I see something on social media, I might say out loud, well, I don't know if this is really truly how that person feels. Maybe they're just showing this to the camera because that's what they want other people to see. I need to verbalize that. I might have learned that I think that in my head, but kiddos need to hear that from us. Recommendations I've heard from other health providers include setting up technology-free zones, like maybe no phones at the table. Technology-free hours, no social media use before you go to school. Setting up technology-free activities. So getting kids interested in things that spark just a general interest for them and help them build confidence and help them make connections face-to-face. Even though we connect with people on social media, we don't get the same chemical connection that we get when we talk to someone face-to-face. We don't get that same bonding, and we don't get the same level of social skills practice.
What is a reasonable age to let kids start using social media?
One of the quotes, which kind of shook me a little bit, but I thought this is a really great way to think about it. One of the research experts said, think about social media use like we might think about alcohol use. Like the later, the better. Try to get as far as you can without anything at all, because it allows for that brain development. You know, the more we give that brain time to develop without the pressures of social media, the more kids will have had a chance to learn how to use social media appropriately, the more they will have had a chance to watch us use it appropriately.
What are the positives of social media if used correctly?
Yeah, I like to think about social media like a tool. You know, a hammer is great for certain tasks, but it's also really bad for other tasks. And same with social media. If we are using social media with purpose for certain types of connection, certain types of information, it can be valuable in that way. We can follow individuals who provide us with information about wellness and mental health. We can connect with individuals who are similar to us who we might not have in our community otherwise. It can be beneficial in those ways.
This has been Wellbeing, sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Dr. Schaff Gallagher says that parents should